Happy Saturday. JC here. Got my, this is a Boswell's pipe. This is the only Boswell pipe I have. And it's a big boy. As you can see, it's nice and chunky. Got a pretty large bowl on it. Nice and thick. In a larger chamber. But I'm smoking some Palmetto Balkan, which is my favorite English of all time, really. I mean, I'm not a big, real heavy Latakia smoke kind of fan. Sometimes they can get acrid and burnt to me tasting. This one has a nice little creaminess to it. And I don't know, it's just lighter, smoky, I just love this stuff anyways. I've reviewed it before, I know. But this bowl is an English bowl for me. It's too massive really to smoke anything else in. I mean, you can maybe get away with smoking maybe a milder type of aromatic in it, something like that. But when I have these larger bowls like this, that's what I smoke Englishes out of. And that's kind of the point of this video, is what tobacco do you use to smoke? Or what pipe do you use to smoke wood tobacco out of? Sorry, it's still early. But first off, I just want to say this. This is a personal preference thing. Everybody's different. Some people smoke any tobacco in one pipe, and some people just use a bunch of different pipes. Like, I got a buddy of mine, he's got hundreds of pipes. He just collects them, and he smokes different things in different ones. One thing I have noticed over the years from experience is just what I'll do is I'll get a tobacco, especially a new one, and I'll smoke it in a bunch of different types of bowls, cobs, like this is a print shape. I'll smoke it in cobs. Smoke it in, this is one of my favorite pipes, Peterson Canadian. Love this pipe. But you smoke them in a bunch of different things. So I've just kind of learned over the years what, to me, I like better in certain pipes. And I just said certain tobaccos just sing in certain pipes. I'll give you an example. This is a smaller little Prince. It's not a very big pipe, in comparison to something like this, I mean? It's a smaller pipe even compared to my other Princes, which this is another Prince, but if you just see the difference in them. So it's a smaller pipe. This, to me, the best tobacco for this, I don't even have any sitting here. I think I smoked it all. But Rever Plug. I love Rever Plug in this pipe. It just does better in this pipe than any other pipe I've had, personally. So I smoke Rever Plug in this pipe. And that's just from experience, personally to me. Like I said, Englishes, I used to just smoke Englishes and whatever. And then one of my buddies gave me this huge bent billiard. It's about this size, but it's just bent. It's about the same bowl size. And I just started kind of smoking Englishes in that for some reason. I'm like, man, it just seems like to me you get more flavor. And these larger bowls, the type of Englishes I smoke are pretty fine ribbon cuts anyways. And they tend to smoke pretty fast. I'm not sure why, but the English ribbon cuts just smoke fast to me. I mean, maybe it's the fact that they're just so smooth, the ones I like anyways, and I can smoke them faster. I think that has more to do with it than anything. So this, you would think this lasts 2 hours. To me, this is probably an hour plus smoke, but not much more than that, just because it just burns so quickly. But anyways, so enough about Englishes. So we'll move on to stronger tobaccos. So anything that's like a really, really strong Perique type of thing, or it's got heavy Kentucky or Burley in it, something that's real strong, I tend to go with smaller pipes. Like I said, this is one of the main pipes I've been using for stronger tobaccos lately. I would say my Bones, I have a Bones Bent Bulldog, and I really like that pipe. I keep that upstairs, though I didn't bring it down, but I keep that upstairs, and it's kind of similar to this one, but it's got the, the square shank or diamond shank on it. And it's about the same size as this. Just, so a smaller bowl for a real strong tobacco, because, you don't want to pack something massive. Like this is a pot shape. You don't want to pack something massive that's real strong and something like that. Now, as far as flakes and ribbon cut, the finer stuff, I like to smoke in maybe like a pipe like this, where it's a little bit taller and skinnier. So like I would say, here we go, penny farthing. That would be one that I would smoke in something like this, because it does have, it's not real strong, but it's got a little bit of strength to it anyways. But it's got, you know, a smaller diameter and just a taller bowl. So, and I just said it has the long stem on it. Anything to me that's veered more towards straight Virginia, I smoke in a longer pipe. It just seems to cool down the smoke a little bit. Sometimes when pipe tobaccos bite me, they bite me in anything no matter what, even with the filter. So it doesn't matter as far as that goes, but that's just been my experience on the deal. So Virginias, Virginia Vapors, anything that's geared towards more of a straight Virginia, I'll tend to smoke in something like these two guys right here, which are Canadians. This is a Bing, but it's pretty much a Canadian shape that's been at the end, you know, longer, a little bit longer stem than a Canadian. This is a more of a Canadian style. But that's, you know, that's the types of pipes I would smoke in something that's either straight Virginia, pure Virginia, or whatever. So something that's not strong, that's like just an average regular milder vapor or something like that. I like Prince shapes a lot. Like I can smoke almost anything in a Prince. I can smoke a milder English. I can smoke, you know, flakes. I like flakes a lot, and Princes, or like here's another pot shape. That's a shorter pot shape, but it's kind of short, so I'll tend to smoke Englishes in that. But something like this is one of my pipes I smoke Galvez blends in. Anybody that smoked the Galvez pipe tobacco knows that it's pretty thick when it comes out. I was talking to my buddies the other day, and he was talking about how he got this big pack of it, and I've never got one of those big packs, you know. And every one was a different slice, which is weird because usually when I get it in bulk, it's all pretty uniformed. But anyways, they're pretty thick, so I like to double rub them out and put those in a Prince or a pot shape. For some reason, to me, and this is C&D flakes too. This isn't just Galvez. I'm just using them as an example. But anything that has like the flake form, even though you do rub it out good, it tends to do better in a shorter, like wider bowl. For some reason, I just get more flavor out of that with the flakes, and the flakes seem to burn better. If it's real tall and skinny, sometimes maybe I pack it too tight or something, and it seems like I always have to fiddle with it to get it to stay lit. Talking too much. But on your shorter, excuse me if you can see me, on shorter pot shape, like this is a pot shape, and I love, like I said, I love this for Galvez blends and flakes. This is basically what it is. And something you smoke a lot of Galvez stuff and it has a lot of lake in it, it's going to ghost your pipe. You know, just letting you know from experience. I bought pipes before, and as soon as you smoke them, you know if somebody smoked Galvez blends in them, because they just completely taste like that floral Lakeland essence to them. But anyways, that's just the type of pipes I like. I know a lot of people like, you know, the bent pipes and stuff. I don't have a lot of bent pipes, but that's because they gurgle to me. Every pipe can gurgle, maybe some are more prone than the others, but that's just been my experience a lot of times. And I have one of the Peterson systems, and you just pull it out and blow through it, kind of, you know, whatever, and maybe run a pipe cleaner through it. It's meant to be pulled out and put back in. So that's one of the type of bent pipes I like, because you can do that. Because normal bent pipes, a lot of times, since they're bent so much, you can't put a pipe cleaner through them, and shaking them doesn't always work in those style pipes as far as getting the spit out. But like I said, this is just personal preference to me, what I like. And you know, aromatics, for some reason, I'm a cob guy with aromatics. I'll show you real quick. One of my favorite aromatic cobs. Here it is. I smoke a lot of aromatics in this cob. This is a borderline kind of Canadian. It's a little bit of a shorter Canadian, but this, I really like this a lot. And of course, you can get cobs in different things. Like here's a bent one. They don't seem to gurgle as much on the bent ones. You can get massive cobs. I hardly ever smoke this. It's almost too big. It's too tall, kind of, to be honest with you. But my favorite cob in all is the Mark Twain. I have several different Mark Twains. I keep them here and smoke them all the time. And they're really good for vapors and stuff, in my opinion, like this type of conical shaped bowl. But I've smoked everything in them, but they just sing better with vapors, or a lot of the blends like the Rattrays blends that have just a little bit of Kentucky or a little bit of Burley in them that are vapors like that. Those do really, really well in those. But try not to make this video too long. Already been going for 10 minutes, but I'll just end real quick talking about church wardens, but I do have several church wardens, meaning only two, and this is one of them. And I do smoke this in straight Virginias. Some people like to smoke aromatics or straight Virginias in those because they can be kind of bitey, so the smoke's a little bit further away from you, so it has more of a chance to cool down. I find that if something bites me, I've tried that, it doesn't work. I've tried that if something bites me, yeah, it cools the smoke down, but it's more of a chemical thing to me when I get tongue bite. When I get tongue bite, it's kind of chemically. But anyways, that's just my opinion on the whole matter, and that's just the pipes I prefer. So let me know what your experience is and what you prefer, and if you've tried experimenting with different pipes and different tobacco. But all right, this is JC again. Hope everybody has a good weekend.